The morning arrived the way most mornings do. Miguel sat in the car for a moment longer than usual. It was the kind of ordinary moment that most people never remember. The kind that feels so routine you assume it will simply repeat itself tomorrow. He reached for his keys, gathered his thermos, and stepped onto the pavement, drawing in a slow breath of cool air that filled his lungs and steadied his thoughts. Nothing about the street suggested that anything unusual was coming. Everything felt settled, predictable, safe. As Miguel locked the door and began walking toward the sidewalk, a vehicle eased toward the curb behind him with a slow and deliberate motion that felt almost casual at first, the way any car might slow to search for parking. Yet there was something about the quiet precision of it that gently unsettled the air around him. The doors opened, footsteps approached, movements carrying the weight of authority, guiding him, not violently but firmly. The morning continued around them as though nothing significant were happening. A bus sighed at the corner, a light changed, somewhere down the block a dog barked. And in the middle of that ordinary life, Miguel's keys slipped from his hand and struck the pavement with a small metallic sound, while his thermos tipped and rolled, releasing a thin stream of coffee that spread across the asphalt, sending up one last ribbon of steam before disappearing into the cold air. He was placed into the back seat by officers from ICE, and within moments, the door closed, the engine shifted, and the street slowly swallowed the scene as though it had never happened at all. The room where they brought him felt strangely weightless and heavy at the same time, filled with bright fluorescent light that flattened every shadow and erased any sense of comfort, leaving only rows of molded plastic chairs and blank walls. Time moved differently here. Sounds echoed longer than they should. Miguel sat with his hands resting in his lap, trying to understand how something so ordinary could unravel so completely in the space of a few breaths. He thought about the unfinished pieces of his day, about the small tasks he had planned to accomplish, about the people who would wonder where he had gone when he didn't show up. And beneath all those thoughts was a quieter ache, a simple human longing to be seen and remembered and known. In rooms like that, it can feel as though the world has reduced you to paperwork and numbers, as though your whole life has been folded into a thin file and placed on a desk somewhere far away. And yet, even there, in that sterile stillness, heaven wasn't absent. Because God has never once misplaced the location of one of his children. There are moments in life when justice feels distant, when systems seem cold and mechanical, and when the heart quietly wonders whether right and wrong still matter the way we were taught they did. Moments when it feels as though decisions are made without faces attached to them, without stories, without the sacred weight of a human life. But Scripture gently reminds us that while human injustice can falter and forget, God's justice never does, because it flows from perfect knowledge and perfect love, and it keeps careful account of every tear that falls and every silent prayer whispered into the dark. While the world records case numbers, God records names. Miguel, and yours, and mine. The hope we hold on to has never depended solely on governments or policies or courts getting everything right, because even at their best, those systems are still human and limited and fragile. Our hope rests in something far steadier. It rests in the promise that Christ himself will return one day, bringing with him a justice so complete that nothing broken will remain broken and nothing lost will remain lost. And on that day, no one will be taken away again, only restored, welcomed, and embraced. As you walk today, Perhaps through streets that look ordinary and harmless and familiar, you may carry burdens no one else can see, questions about fairness and security, and what tomorrow might bring. And if you ever feel unseen or uncertain, remember Miguel, and remember that even in the quietest rooms and the loneliest moments, God's eyes never once looked away from him, and they have never looked away from you either. Because the same Jesus who once walked dusty roads beside the forgotten and the overlooked still walks beside you now, matching your pace, steady and faithful, guiding each step toward a day when justice will finally be whole. Friend, thank you for walking with me. Always remember to listen for his voice and believe that he still walks beside you, one step at a time.